Jacqueline DeLaHunt is a leading member of the Counselors for the Baha'i Faith in the Americas. For the last 12 years, she has dedicated her life to racial justice and education for Indians, coordinating programs for preschoolers as well as college students, working with the American Friends Service Committee, the National Women's Conferences, chairing Indian arts committees, cultural exchange programs with Indians from Bolivia, Peru, and Mexico, and working for Native American rights in many domains. She is an enrolled member of the Rosebud Sioux tribe.
You are a woman, a Native American, and a Baha'i.
I began my life on the Rosebud Reservation in South Dakota in a family of, a very extended family. But in that family, in the immediate household, was a spiritual healer, commonly known as medicine man. We call him Wichasa Wakan. There were 17 of us living in a 2-room cabin, and so we were all intermingled in our life.
17?
17, without electricity or running water. At one point, my uncle and his wife moved into the chicken coop. They were a young couple without children at that time. But at any rate, that beginning into my life, there was a definite orientation toward the spiritual in life. And my family was syncretic in that it combined an interest or an acceptance of the Roman Catholic Church, which was on the reservation, along with full involvement in the traditional spiritual ways of the Lakota people, the pipe, the sweat ceremonies, the Sundance, even though the Sundance at that time was outlawed. So this was very much involved in my life, but when my life was very much wrapped around these things and through it. When I became older, probably when I was a teenager, I really began to doubt, because I kept understanding that it was wrong for me to be involved in pagan things and things that weren't Christian.
What was pagan?
Well, maybe pagan isn't the right word. Anything not of the Catholic Church was, the old ways were.
So your identity as a native was told to you to be pagan, so it was wrong to be your own identity.
Yes. Heathen might be the right word, but it was, yes, it was most definitely. We were told that
you were heathen.
We needed to get rid of these ways of worshiping and these awful things we believed in. Actually, we were called superstitious. That was the word that I heard most often, was superstitious when it came to the traditional spiritual teachings of my family.
What did that feel like as a child?
Well, it was really confusing, because I saw the power in the healing ceremonies. I saw the power of the prayer. And the people I loved most in the world, my grandparents, my aunt and my uncle, my mother, were praying in this way, and they meant it. And then to be told when I went to school that it was wrong, it was very confusing. And it was very difficult for me to try to sort it out. And I have some memories of being in a religion class that, when a classmate of mine asked why women couldn't be priests. And he said, because you're not spiritually equal to men. I also was being told that if I doubted, that faith was a gift. And if I challenged that faith, I was throwing it back in God's face.